NLDS Game 5, winner take all between the Nationals and the Dodgers. The Dodgers trying to make it to their 4th straight NLCS, while the Nationals are trying to get out of the NLDS for the first time in franchise history. Both teams throwing their most dominant starter into this winner-take-all Game 5. You got Walker Buehler. He was dominant in Game 1. Strasburg, he was dominant in Game 2. To me, it's an immovable object against an unstoppable force, a matchup for the ages, and it starts with Stephen Strasburg. Yes, Stephen Strasburg, you've officially lived up to the hype. 2010, #1 pick, the same draft as Mike Trout, 50,000 people to see your first game, and he was brilliant in Game 2. 10 strikeouts, no walks, only allowed 3 hits, 85 pitches in 6 innings, and he was brilliant. Dodger hitters could not catch up to his curveball. They were swinging at stuff outside of the zone, swinging misses on that curveball all night long. And Stephen Strasburg, he's looking forward to Game 5.
I don't know. I mean, I've said this before. I think it's something that, you train for, you dream about as a kid. And, you want to have those opportunities to just see how your stuff stacks up. And, when you're in the moment and stuff, it's a great feeling. Just going out there and competing against the best.
And Strasburg has been absolutely dominant all postseason long. 9 innings, 1 run allowed. In 28 postseason games in his career, he's got a lifetime postseason ERA of .64. So this Dodger lineup, these bats better be ready. They got to lay out that curveball outside of the zone. They got to work that pitch count up and find a way to get to that bullpen. The Nationals, the worst bullpen ever to make it to the postseason, and the bullpens for both teams have been inconsistent. The combined ERA for the Dodgers and the Nationals bullpen this series is 7.52. So the first team to get to the opponent's bullpen, to me, has the advantage. So the Dodgers, they have to get to Stephen Strasburg and Walker Buehler. So Walker Buehler, his Game 1 wasn't as great as Stephen Strasburg's, but it was still dominant in its own right. 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, 100 pitches for Walker Buehler. He had that gas, 99. He had the breaking ball working. He was working all of his pitches in that Game 1 dominating performance. But the advantage that Walker Buehler has is he's been on bigger stages. He's seen the brighter lights of the World Series. Pitched a gem in Game 3 last year against the Red Sox. He was the trusted pitcher in Game 7 against the Milwaukee Brewers last year. And as Walker Buehler mentioned in his press conference leading up to Game 5, that, hey, this is fun. This is an opportunity to perform under the brightest lights on the biggest stages, and he is ready for Game 5. Listen to Walker Buehler.
It really helps, and there's not a lot to it. We got to win a game, and if we don't, we go home.
Arash in the back.
Just further to that, Walker, do you embrace that? Do you embrace the big stage, the big moment, everything on the line?
Yeah, I mean, I think in those kind of games, I think it also helps to know that you got everyone else behind you. It's kind of all hands on deck, and go as long as you can, as good as you can, and try and get out of it as clean. So, we're excited. I think the thing that's kind of lost in playoff baseball is that it's really fun, and I think the pressure and things like that, if you spin it in your head the right way, it can make it more fun. So that's our
Walker Buehler is going to be ready for tonight. The bigger the stage, the more the adrenaline. Walker Buehler feeds off this type of energy. Walker Buehler is going to bring it tonight, and I look for the Dodgers to advance. I think Stephen Strasburg, yes, Stephen Strasburg is dominant. 38 strikeouts in 28 postseason innings. Still hasn't allowed a postseason home run and facing 107 batters. I think the Dodgers hit a home run off Strasburg tonight. I think someone goes deep for the Dodgers. I think David Freese, Justin Turner, Jock Peterson, someone's going to step up. Hopefully it's Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger, he's hitting 200 in the series, just 3 for 17. They need the MVP award winner from this year to step up. But I think the Dodgers get their first series clinching win at home since the 2013 NLDS against the Braves. And I gave you those road records. Road teams in Game 5s on the road for the NLDS and ALCS are combined 18-11. Since 2016, teams are 3-0. So you got to watch out for that road team. But I think ultimately the best arm will win tonight, and that arm is going to be Walker Buehler. This Dodger lineup all season long, one thing they know how to do is make adjustments. Second time seeing Strasburg, I think they're going to find a way to get to him. The Dodgers, their bullpen is better than the Nationals bullpen. They're playing at home. They are the reigning National League champs, and I think the Dodgers get it done. They squeak by the Nationals tonight at the Chavez Ravine. But both franchises, the Nationals and the Dodgers, you got to feel okay about this. You got to feel great about the fact you have your best pitcher on the mound in the biggest game of the season, and they're rested. So may the best arm win tonight, but I think it's going to be Walker
Buehler. 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 Buehler.